Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is super exciting because, as you probably know from the title, I am going to be testing out the new Anastasia Riviera palette. I just got it yesterday and I was planning to film something else, but I literally just can't wait to put this guy on my eyes. So if you want to see what we come up with, then just keep on watching. This is what the palette looks like. This is the outside packaging. I haven't even swatched it. I have opened it to see what it looks like, but I haven't even touched it. So, upside down. So this is the actual palette. It has this sort of, you know, this jeans texture on the front and on the back, the whole palette. And if we open it up, this is what the palette looks like. Now, I do have to admit, it looks a lot brighter on camera. It's still pretty dang bright, I must admit. So you have probably seen this so many times, but you know, I got it and I couldn't wait to film with this. We also get a little brush here. It's a double-ended brush with a flat shader brush on one side and a sort of dense blending brush. It's an okay brush. Maybe we'll use it today, I don't know. So we are doing the Boujee test to see if this palette is worth it. So let's begin. So I zoomed you guys a little bit so that you can take a better look at the palette. Now this purple is literally calling my name, so is this blue. I mean, all these shimmers are so pretty. Look at this shade, it is so lovely. Now I don't know what I'm going to do on my eyes, but it's a test, so we'll see how cohesive the palette is and if I'm able to, you know, make up something as I go along. Let's start. I am going to take the shade Estate first as my transition shade. Now this is my first Anastasia palette, so I've heard opinions about Anastasia palettes in general, that they are very powdery, and you'll probably be able to see that they're I can confirm it is. So I'm going to take a little bit, but that just means the powders themselves are fairly pigmented and soft, so hopefully that means they're going to blend out easier. So let's do it. I'm taking this shade and I'm putting this as my transition shade. And never mind, I lost a nail, so yeah, I hope that doesn't distract you as much, but I'm going to do them this weekend because I really don't have time during the week to do my nails, but hopefully now during the weekend I'll be able to do it. Now, so that's a pretty light shade, blends out lovely. Take a little bit more and try to build it up a little bit, although it is a fairly light shade, so I don't know how much I can build it up, but it is a transition shade, so I'm more worried about the blendability rather than the pigmentation. On the same brush with the same shade Estate, I'm going to pick up a little bit more and I'm going to place it underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take the shade Monte Carlo, this one, because for my lid shade I think I want to go into the shade Seaside, so I think this might look good. I might go into Cannes, which is the purple shade, just to deepen up my outer corner, but we will see. So first of all, Monte Carlo, picking up a lot of it on the brush, and then tap off the excess, and here we go. I'm going to place this on my outer corner and I'm going to blend it up into my crease. Don't know if it was my eyeshadow base or my highlighter if I by mistake put a little bit of it on my lid. But I feel like the shade Estate, which was the first shade that we used, the transition shade, is a satin shade. It has a little bit of sheen. I'm not mad at it, I'm just bamboozled. So I am slowly just building that up. I'm going to pick up a little bit more, tap up the excess and tap it on the outer corner and blend it in. As you can see, a little bit goes a long way. So the pigmentation is there, and I have to say it blends out pretty good as well. So I don't have any complaints so far. I'm gonna go back into my original brush and I'm just going to blend out the edges. On a smaller brush like this, I'm gonna go into the shade Can, this one right there. I'm going to pick up a little bit on the brush, tap up the excess. Now that seems, I don't know if you'll be able to see, electric basically. So pressing that in slowly and blending it into the outer corner. Now I'm not gonna bring it that much into like the creasy inner corner. I really just want this shade to be on the outer corner. Yes, the shade Estate definitely has a sheen to it. Hello boogles, if you're able to see that. Now there will be swatches at the end of the video, so if you want to see how they swatch on my hand, stay watching. And I have to say, no fallout with the mattes so far. Going into the brush that had the Monte Carlo shade in, and I'm just blending out the edges. And going back into the shade with the Estate. Going back into the brush with the Estate shade, and I'm just blending the top. Going to pick up a little bit more of the purple shade called Can, and I'm just going to build it up a little bit more. Taking my blending brush, and I'm not going over the actual shade on the lid, but I'm just blending out the edges. So now I think I'm gonna go into the shade Seaside, which is that lovely grayish purple I have an itch. Anyways, as I was saying, into this grayish purple bluish shade, I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna use the Anastasia brush, the flat shader side, which is not really flat, but it looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. Oh, there's going to be fallout. I'm not going to wet it first. I'm going to apply it dry first, and then we shall see if it needs a little bit of enhancement with our setting spray. So let's do it. Okay, definitely no enhancement needed. So let's just apply that. But I could zoom you in a little bit so that you can see there is fallout. So I mean, that's, I guess, pretty standard for a shimmer shade, and a shimmer shade pigmented as this. I'm not really that surprised, to be honest, so I'm just going to pack a little bit more of this shade and blend out the outer corner with it a little bit. Blend it into the purple and blend it into the crease as well, so that it's all cohesive. Boom, that's that. So I'm gonna take a teeny bit more. Okay, this shade is so pretty. I think it's going to be my new favorite shimmer shade. Oh, I think this palette is gonna quickly become my favorite palette. I'm gonna go into the purple shade called Can, and I'm going to take a little bit on the brush and tap it into the outer corner and blend it into the shimmer shade. Now I'm going to show you something. An effective way to get rid of fallout when you already have your concealer and foundation on is taking your powder brush and just going whoop, whoop, and cleaning it off. Not necessarily working it in, but just kind of hitting it off the face. As you can see, there's still shimmer there, but the actual color pigment is not on my eye. I don't mind a little bit of shimmer underneath my eyes. So for the lower lash line, I want to go into the shade Bahamas, which I would really want a vacation in the Bahamas now, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's a flamingo pink and it's super pigmented, so I'm going to load it up a little bit and tap off the excess, and I'm going to place it on my lower lash line. I want to use as many colors as I can, but still having it cohesive, you know? So here we go. Now, it's a pretty pigmented shade, but I have the perfect eyeliner that will go with it. And to spice things up a little bit, oh, I'm so, like, I was thinking of using this on the inner corner of my lower lash line, or maybe do something crazy and use Seychelles. So hard to say. What do you think? I think I'm gonna go with the safe option and go with Inheritance. So I'm going to take a flat shader brush like this. I'm going to load it up with the shade Inheritance, which looks like this, and I'm going to place this on my inner corner of my lower lash line. These shades, I'm using them dry and they show up super well. Damn, this palette is gone. Now for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the shade Sails, which is a stark white. I hope it's a satin like the shade Estate, but I'm not going to take a lot of it. And I'm going to place it on my inner corner for a highlight. Okay, so I just finished off my eyes off camera for my eyeliner, I use the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Pink in Life. And then also for my mascara, I use the Boujee Punk Volumizer Mascara. Guys, I think this is my favorite. Look at that wand. It's massive. That's what she said. But it's really, really volumizing. I really like this. These Boujee mascaras are amazing. I have one in my work makeup bag. It's the one I took with me to Amsterdam, and it's bomb. So yeah, this is the final look. So let's go back and see what we have used. We have used the shade Sails. We have used the shade Seaside. We have used the shade Cannes. We had used the shade Monte Carlo, Bahamas, and Estate. And I have my final opinion. I think this palette, the Anastasia Riviera palette, is bomb hot diggity. It is so good. The mattes blend out really, really nicely. They are pigmented, they are soft, they leave a mess in the actual palette inside. However, the way that they blend on the eyes is so I can look past the, you know, the mess that they make, to be honest, because on the eyes, as you can see, they are pigmented, but they blend out easy. And it's not like with the Subculture palette, which I didn't have because I didn't like the opinions of it. The shades kind of oxidize as you were blending them in, whereas here you put them on, you pack them on, and you blend them out, and they blend out with ease. The shimmer shades, now they are also very soft, however they are so pigmented that you do not need a setting spray to intensify them even more. I'm pretty sure that if you use the setting spray to intensify those shadows, they would be metallic as fuck, but I don't think there's need for an everyday look. I think not wetting them is there just enough. In terms of the price, I bought it on Beauty Bay. I paid 49 euros for it, free shipping thankfully. It took 2 days to come to me, which is really nice. It was nicely packed. However, it was a bit dirty on the outside, so there is a mark here and there is also a mark here. I'm not sure if it is from the palette itself. Maybe the shadow kind of got kind of broke or something like that. I don't know. It was a little bit dirty on the outside, but the palette was not swatched, so I said no need to complain. The palette inside was intact, so it's all fine. What else can I say about this? You get this little brush, this flat shader side is really nice for packing on the shimmer shades and blending them out into the other shadows. Haven't tried the blending side, but I'm pretty sure it will be nice as well. Maybe for the outer corner for a darker shade to blend it out. I don't know. I will give it a try. I will probably have a few more tutorials with this palette, trying out the other shades, maybe doing a more wearable look with this with the corals and the browns, and this bronzy shade looks lovely, and another crazy one using the blue, which is called Seashells. Why is that so hard to say? I don't know. That is all I can say about this palette. I really enjoyed it. There was a little bit of fallout, like I mentioned, in the palette and on my under eyes, only when I was using the shimmer shades. So yeah, that is a minus, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. But yeah, that is it. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.